It's a transcendent experience.
You feel euphoric.
Everything you do for endless trillions of years depends on what you do with and in Scientology.
The topics of films come to me, they come to me in different ways. Sometimes they're brought to me, sometimes I pick them. In the case of Going Clear, I was really interested in Scientology and also this idea of the prison of belief. In the case of Steve Jobs, I was intrigued by the fact that so many people around the world were weeping when Steve Jobs died, and I wondered why.
He was an extraordinary person in many ways, and quite normal in others.
What exactly was the hardest story that you felt that you had to tell?
That's really a tough one. I mean, I think they're all challenging. And very often when you start to tell them, I mean, you have to tell them on films.
They literally were terrified at this guy coming after them.
So it's one thing to tell them or to think you understand them. And so what are you going to put on screen?
Porter was told to look at client 9.
He was enemy number 1.
With some of these stories, either people wouldn't talk to me or they were, because I was doing stuff about the US government.
Disclosures like these tear at the fabric of responsible government.
We're looking at all of the things that we can do to stem the flow of this information.
By reaching out and talking to people, and in filmmaking, going back to this idea of the sacred space, you can create a universe in which people can talk to each other, even if they may be, talking to each other through a cut rather than being in the same room at the same time. And that kind of dialogue, I think, can be terribly, terribly important.
What's your advice that you'd like to give to young filmmakers?
My dad always used to say, stay curious. And maybe that's the most important piece of advice. And if you keep curious about life and expect the unexpected, you learn more things than you would have thought possible.